Peace, what's going on, everybody? Now, yeah, I haven't seen y'all in a long time. We've been doing everything, living life, traveling, learning new skills, all this good shit. But I also know I haven't given my thoughts on the energies of the day. So there's a lot of positive energy, there's a lot of creative energy, there's a lot of natural energies happening too, also. So I want to start off with talking about the new moon happening in Gemini. So the new moon in Gemini is a representation of a reconstruction and a refinement and a new slate on how to communicate with one another, with anybody, just communication, period. And because some of us, we have fucked up ways of how we communicate with each other, what I'm saying, based upon our situations, how we came up. We learn these ways of how to talk to each other, and we think it's normal, so we just ride with it. But this new moon in Gemini is teaching us to redefine that. And depending on where you have Gemini in your house, like for me, I have Gemini in the 4th house. So Gemini in the 4th house represents how you communicate, like within your home, with your spouse, with your children, with your grandma, your grandparents, your family. You know what I mean? So that's my situation. It could be different for you if you have this new moon happening in the 2nd house. The 2nd house represents, the things that you value. It represents the things that you grow, the things that you can hold on to, your securities. Have a new way of communicating. An example could be you learn not to talk too much about your securities, so then people aren't all in your business, and then people don't gotta pocket check you and shit like that. None of that shit. So that's the new moon in Gemini. New energy on how to communicate with one another, all depending on where you have Gemini in your house. It will vary on how it goes about in your personal life. Now we have Mercury going retrograde in Taurus. So retrograde energy deals with redefinement, restructure, regrouping, reorganizing, just a new, it's like like rethinking. So it's in Taurus. So with Mercury in Taurus and it being retrograde, we are going through a situation where how we think about our securities and the things that we can attach ourselves to, and the things that we value and that we appreciate, we're rethinking these things. You know what I'm saying? We are reformulating in our mind how we see the things that we value. Like let's say you're someone who has been into cars their whole life. So you're into cars your whole life, and then this Mercury retrograde happens, and now you're starting to feel that you may have a new disinterest, or what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be bad. It's like even a new way of how you look at it, period. Like you could have been looking at viewing cars and just like how they look. Now you're looking at it like, what kind of engine can I put in it now? Will this engine give it this amount of speed, and the tire and the rims and everything? And what I'm saying? You have elevated your way of how you look at the things that you value. And it could deal with money. It could deal with securities. You know what I'm saying? If you had a new way, here's a good example. Your securities. Taurus deals with securities. So you're rethinking about your securities. So you're looking around and you're like, you know what? I've never put cameras in my house. So now with you coming up with these realizations, you start to put cameras around the house and everything. And now you're rethinking your situation as far as your securities. So that's a good example when it comes to Mercury and Taurus going retrograde. Venus is also in Taurus. Venus in Taurus represents an energy of a natural state because Venus rules Taurus. So this is a good time for people to, okay, let's say you're someone who didn't really care about their appearance or how you presented yourself and everything. So you may be more prone to want to dress nicer. You may be like, you know what? Never really had no swag in my life. Never really, cared about how I looked, or even my physique and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I never wore hats, just all these sorts of examples and everything, So this is Venus in Taurus. This is, you're getting full access into having the confidence and the wherewithal to be able to just jump into this energy and be able to show to the world that you value yourself in the way that you present yourself. It doesn't have to just be fashion. That's a very surface level of looking at it. Venus deals with love and virtue and values. Being in Taurus, which deals with securities, the love of security is very much present here too. Wanting to take care of your family, because the moon, which deals with the family, the mother figure, is exalted in Taurus. So that energy is already going to play out to where like the love and just you're going to really want to like take care of the things that matter to you. We also have Mars in Aries. Now this is a natural energy too, because Mars rules Aries. So this would be a good time to tap into your inner self and like the things to hash out within yourself. This is a good time because this is anger. This is an energy where if you're an angry person or like you're prone to anger and frustration, Mars in Aries, this is a time where you need to really be conscious about yourself and conscious of the decisions that you make. You have to put your intent onto directing your energy into something positive, such as sports. If you have a gun, go to the shooting range, shoot a basketball, throw a football, play your guitar, play your saxophone. You gotta channel that energy